Right. What's happening, everyone? Simply Entertainment on your side. Yeah. Sorry. Just got back from gym right now. I know South Africa versus Zimbabwe started. I am gonna look into that as much as I can because we have a second game today, which is India versus Pakistan. And yes, given the order of the matches and given that they're actually 8-hour affairs, unfortunately, I will have only time to properly cover only one game per day. Because like in the end, I do have all the all the stuff to do. I do have assignments to get to and all that. Right. Sorry about this. I just got back from the gym, so I'm still in my clothes right now. So I'm still in my gym clothes, and yeah, just thought I'll give you my quick thoughts on the Australia versus England match. Right. But before that, no, actually, I'll get to that in the end. Right. Australia versus England. Australia versus England. Australia versus England, MCG, over 90,000 fans. You have just a few empty seats, but almost packed to its 105 or 104,000 fan capacity. Now that is what you call creating an opening match with an impact. The New Zealand match, there were 18,000 fans, but the noise was like there were like maybe 4,000 fans. All of them were just quiet, no matter, even though that New Zealand actually won with a huge margin. Now, Australia also won with a huge margin. Aaron Finch did his thing. I believe George Bailey, Glenn Maxwell also did the thing. Brad Haddon did his thing. And then they ended up at 340 odd. And England were never in it because I saw 15 over 79 for 4, and then for 5, then for 6. And then they were never really in the game because chasing down a target with 7 runs per over to begin with the bowling of Mitchell Johnson, Stark, Hazelwood, Mitchell Marsh, and all that. So with that sort of bowling lineup, it was pretty much destined that England are gonna fall apart, and that's pretty much exactly what happened. Australia won by 110, 120 odd runs. Which is a huge margin. And yeah, you see that crowd at the MCG. You see that crowd there. They were into the match. They were cheering and booing whoever they like and whoever they didn't like. And in this aspect, Stuart Broad gets it. Because cricket needs an aesthetic factor about it. Cricket needs an aesthetic appeal about it. It's not just the colored clothes. It's not just the color clothes. It needs to look energetic and entertaining, and that's when that's what you got from this MCG crowd. So hats off to you. Let's hope the other crowds are just as intense. I know the India-Pakistan match. No, and one more thing. If you notice, the India-Pakistan, the India-Pakistan match crowds nowadays, they are so pussy. What happened to the cheering and the booing? What happened to the energetic crowds and getting completely behind one team? What happened to that passion? This is what actually frustrates me with a lot of shit these days. Coming into the 2000, 2001, 2002, even 2005, society had so much momentum, and then everyone cut off their balls and started doing LSD all at the same time. And the people who don't do it, who refuse to let go of momentum are now getting ostracized. Right. So hopefully this India-Pakistan crowd will be good. I will be covering that match in more detail, and I will give a brief update on the South Africa versus Zimbabwe match. Zimbabwe, by the way, has impressed in their warm-up matches. They actually have impressed. I actually think they actually beat a team. They actually made 300 against a team, and they actually beat them. To the best of my recollection. All right. Looking forward to suggestions. This is Tamir Sad signing out. And one more thing. If you ever see me in a gym, especially if you ever see me in the area where we do strength and conditioning, the worst thing you can say to me, the absolute worst thing you can say to me is, Tan, you're grunting too loudly. Don't grunt. That's the absolute worst thing you can say to me, because remember, it is are you fucking kidding me? It's a strength and conditioning room, you motherfucking pussies. Okay? It's the room where people, it's an area where people, especially when they're doing SNC training, they're pushing themselves to the limit and they're pushing the limit forward. They're not there to socialize. They're not there to do pardon me's and thank yous. They're there to, a lot of them are there to take out their stress of the day on the gym equipment with gym workouts. For a lot of people, like a good number, to a certain extent, like myself, that the gym, especially the SMC room, is a transfer point for me to convert, to take my anger and change and use that energy to turn it into something positive that's going to work out for me. So the worst thing you can say to me is, oh, you're grunting too loudly. I'm getting too. Shut the fuck up. All right? Go buy some headphones. Okay? It's not that hard. I'm like, okay, if we're working with bikes and treadmills, I understand it because a lot of people are there to cool down. I understand that. But in a strength and conditioning room where you're benching 250, like with no protein, no steroids, nothing, you're benching 250 pounds, like, oh, damn, don't shut the fuck up. Not only will I grunt, I'll bench 250, I'll grunt, and I'll fucking sister like cowgirl style while I'm doing that shit, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of my face with this shit. Right, I'm sorry, I got a bit animated. It's just that I had that shit happen to me today, and no, you do not say that to me. Period. Right, Tavir signing out.